B&B Drake's YouTube channel. This is Zixon here. We got another deck list. We just pumping the deck list out recently. Pumping the deck list out, man. Endless content. Let's go. We got a Jesmon deck profile from Top Drake Jared. He's going to give it to you live. Well, it's not live. It's pre-recorded. But he's going to give it to you live at the moment. Thank you, Jared. Come on. Bring it to me, bro.
All right. So first, we're going to start with the eggs. We're running the Fort Greymon because it's just a good egg. You just draw when you attack, and you have enough power for it. So not much to really explain.
So why don't you use the Star Deck Greymon for the DP?
Because I don't care about the DP. The deck already swings for a lot. So that's like the main thing. The draw, being able to see your sister mons or your other pieces too is really important when you're like attacking with maybe the Blitz Jesmon. So yeah, that's also the main reason. Okay, so let's start with we'll start with the level 3s rookies. So we'll do the Sister Mons first. We got Sister Mon Blanc at 3 from BT-6, and then the 2 Star Deck Sister Mons. So I run this at 3 because being able to have the blocker out and being able to cycle through your deck a bit really important, especially if you set up a double blocker, because that's more things that your opponent's going to have to kill. If they get rid of this guy, then the other ones just lose the blocker. So if you can at least have 2 on the board, you're going to be set, and they have to spread more resources to kill them. It is really nice when their Jesmon cards and your Genkumon are able to boost it up, so they can't necessarily Crimson Blaze it or anything like that for those DP-based removal effects. And then I run the 2 Blanc from the starter deck because Decoy is really nice. It's really relevant against cards like Death X. So when you're using something like maybe Solarmon and it needs protection, and you have the Royal Knight out, it saves that, so they can't just go ahead and Digicross against you for free. As well as just being able to ditch 1, draw 2, just fill up your trash, so you can have Sister Mons or maybe a Genkumon for the GX play. And then for the other rookies, we have our 3 Solarmon. We got 3 of the Sistermon Searching Huckmon from BT-7. We got 1 of the starter deck ones, and then 4 of the BT-6. So we're using Solarmon obviously because we're in Digicross meta right now, so they hard play something. You want to make them pay the full cost rather than just getting out a bunch of cards for free. Mainly like now that Crossheart is hit, you have to deal with Blue Flare being one of this deck's worst matchups. And you don't want them to be able to just, retaliate against you, start swinging through you after you had already committed so much memory to maybe doing a GX play. So, yeah, that's the main reason why you want to play him. And he's just like another rookie. So I run this one. He's a little interesting. If he's on the board, and you play a Sistermon, you gain a memory, and then he has the all turns gain 1,000. So the 1,000 does come up sometimes, so that's why I have it in at 1. Gaining the memory. Say I didn't kill my opponent, or I haven't set up game yet. He's just sitting and raising, but I already have a stack out. For example, he comes in handy to gain that memory, because obviously when you go into GX, half the time you're going to be passing over at least 5 to 6 memory. If not more. So, yeah, that's why he's nice. So I run this guy just because he grabs any Sistermon, and being able to see all your Sistermons when you're going for the big play is pretty essential to the deck's playstyle. And honestly, I kind of bounced between running them, but I was mostly experimenting with this card. And then, last but not least, we have the Searching Huckmon, who hits most targets in your deck, being any of the Jesmon cards, any of your Sistermons, or the other Huckmons. The only thing that sucks is when you're trying to get a Genkumon and he doesn't search the Genkumon, and you have to bot deck it, especially when it's Exsandy Body, and sometimes in certain matchups that's really important. So you have your cards not get bounced, but it's still a really good searcher, and I wouldn't play it any less than 4. So let's move on to level 4s. We got We'll do the Sistermons again. We got the one starter deck CL, one BT6 CL, and then 3 of the BT-10 CL. So I'm running one of this. We'll start with BT6. We're running one with it because the memory gain is nice. The power gain is nice, but really, you'd want to be using it for the power gain. But sometimes that doesn't really matter if you've already brought out and established your Jesmon board, because you're already at maybe 20 something thousand power at most. So it doesn't always come up, but again, when you're not going into GX and you just need to facilitate a bit, gain some memory, make some other play combos, that's where this card really does come in handy. But I don't need to see it as often as the other ones. We have the Sistermon CL from starter deck. That should be Noir. So on play, you reveal the top 3, search a Huckmon or a Royal Knight trait card to your hand. It's actually a pretty good card, and it sucks that I can't run it as more than a one of sometimes, because the other effect is an all turns. You get reboot if you have a Royal Knight or Huckmon on the board. They get reboot. That does come up a lot in certain matchups, and sometimes it's like, okay, well, I just need the like you go into GX, you need the blocker, or you swung with something, you need a block, and it survives, you need the blocker. So this card's actually really nice. It fills up your trash too, but you don't want to obviously see it too often because there's just better plays to make sometimes. So yeah, that's the only downside. I wish I could fit more, but it is what it is. And then I'm playing the 3 BT-10 CL. This card is probably the MVP of the deck because it lets you build Digivolve into up the line into more of your other megas. You're building up into a Royal Knight, and when you play her, you just Digivolve into a Royal Knight for its memory cost. So a lot of the times you're going to be playing 1 to 2 to get up into GX and do the big play, and she saves you a memory as well, which is really nice. The other effect, it has like a little bit of a nuance. When you go into a Royal Knight or a Huckmon, then you would gain that memory too. So sometimes, like say you get to the BT6 Savior Huck, that's where it would come in handy. And it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna play this out. Maybe Digivolve up into a Royal Knight or something like that. Or if she's already on the board because you just had to throw her out, you can go up into a level 5 to gain that memory back. That's where it really comes in handy. So yeah, really good CLs all around. And then the rest of the forest, we're just running the 4 Battle Hucks from BT6 in the starter deck. It's just simple as that. Obviously, you want to be on this guy because he actually has active removal, gets rid of a 5k DP or less if you have a Sistermon on the board. You want to be on this guy most of the time. Sometimes that extra 1,000 does come in handy though, so I wouldn't knock this guy out, but I would just say go into this guy if you can. Yeah, because otherwise they have pretty much the same stats. So for the level 5s, we have the 1 Chimera, 1 BT6 Savior Huck, and the 4 starter deck Savior Hucks. So starting with the BT6, this card is obviously limited for a reason, and I think it would if we had more, it would alter how you would approach playing the deck. But it's still a really good card depending on what you're going into, and it can sometimes, if you're passing over memory, digivolving and blitzing and all that, it does kind of double as a reboot effect. And if your boss card ends up surviving, getting 2 swings is really nice. So I do like getting that. Otherwise, yeah, you Digivolve, play a Sistermon. Sometimes they can get you memory. If it's like the BT5 CL or BT6 CL, or just being able to just establish a bit of a board is pretty nice if you're able to raise out, Digivolve, and maybe get into something else. We play the 1 Chimera mainly for the blue flare matchup because DNA Digivolve is just one of the best mechanics in the game. Lets you stack 2 of your CLs, grab a red Digimon from the trash, so you can build up into one of your boss cards. That does come up a lot, especially sometimes you may have to trash this guy, and you put him in. You put him in the trash. You can throw him into your stack that you Jogress with, and then you can swing with him twice if you have a Sistermon on board. That not many people really bring that up when running the card. So really good card, and then you can still build up into your boss card. So I really do like Chimeramon in the deck as a tech, or even for most applicable situations. And then we have the best level 5 on Digivolve. You get to attack an unsuspended. That does come up a good bit, especially if you're going into one of your boss cards with piercing. And then you have your when digivolving, if you have Royal Knight in your traits, which is your entire top end, or when attacking, not when digivolving, my bad. When you attack with one of your Royal Knights, you get to play out a Sistermon for hand or trash, and it's being able to combo your Sistermons out, very important. So that's not much to really explain other than that. And then we have our level 6s. We start off, I'm running the 1-star deck Genkumon, the 2 Genkumon X Antibody, 2 Jesmon from the starter deck, and then 2 Jesmon X Antibody for the 6s. So I'm going to start off with the Genkumon. Genkumon's really good because of the armor matchup, or just being able to de-digivolve something, and it will come up a lot of times. Armor being able, when they go into Magna X, you can trash the Magna X and then go and just go face if you need to, if their card's already suspended. If not, then you're swinging through the stack, so you get some extra. You can make some extra plays with this guy. It's actually not that bad of a card. It's sometimes better than starter deck Jesmon. We run the Genkumon X Antibody because it's got a nice blocker effect. When you digivolve, if you have a Sistermon or a Genkumon in the stack, which is a good reason to have him out if you already don't have a Sistermon, he can give your board 2K, and they can't bounce or reduce the DP. So against yellow, or you're facing something like maybe blue-green, something like that, they can't bounce your cards. Very, very, very important, so you can keep that wide board that you always wanted. And then we have the Jesmon swing. Typical swing blitz. When you swing your blitz, you get to play a Sistermon from hand without paying memory cost. So you got to be careful about how you combo out, especially with the BT or the Star Deck Savior Huck. How you structure out what Sistermons are playing. Just really got to watch that. And then when you play a card with an effect, he gets 3K DP and security +1, so you can potentially just dunk on the entire security. And then to finish off the 6s, we have the Jesmon X Antibody. Same type of effect as Genkumon. If Jesmon's in the stack, or you have a Sistermon on board, your board gets 2K, and you can attack unsuspendeds instead of giving them protection. Which is very good, very good. Being able to swing with piercing into something too is a really nice effect. So I really like that. He's a free Digivolve over Jesmon. So if you have the BT-10 CO, she pays you back for Digivolving into him. And then, obviously, since it's Jesmon deck, we're running 2 Jesmon GX, boss card of the deck. Some situations can be a little tricky, though, because you don't want to obviously be passing them over all that memory, but being able to just grab something from your trash and or hand, throw it in the stack and give them a bunch of security checks, piercing, blocker, really good effects. I really like this card. This is the main card you want to be playing around, sometimes be going into. And then to finish it off, we have our option cards. We run 4 for Master Disciple, 1 Crimson Blaze, 1 Red Memory Boost. No tamers. Don't need a tamer. So start off with Crimson Blaze is mostly for the mirror, or now since we're in EX3, Bloom Lord, maybe Aegistramon, if that actually comes up and people play it. So really good card overall. A lot of wide boards, and it's good removal. We have Red Memory Boost just to search for cards and getting that +2 memory, because you give Red Memory and they're able to move out of raising and dunk on you. That's scary. That can be really scary. As well as this guy, who can also serve as a memory boost. Since people don't really play the cards that block out reducing Digivolve costs at the current moment, this can get around the things that Red Memory Boost can't, since memory blockers are still really, really good. But yeah, you search your top 3 for a Royal Knight card or a Huckmon or Sistermon, and add it to your hand trash the rest. So it sets up your trash with your Sistermons, or your other Royal Knight cards, and then the delay effect when you would Digivolve, you can trash it to reduce the Digivolve cost. So really good effect overall, and it has the same type of effect in the security. So really good card, really good card. I really like this card in the deck, and it should be at no less than 4. So yeah, that's going to be the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the DMV Drakes, and play some Jesmon. Jesmon's a pretty good deck.
Play some Jesmon. Before we go, I just had a quick question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So, what happens if you use a red memory boost and you bottom deck 2 or 3 sister mons? What would you do in that situation?
Keep searching.
Keep searching.
Yeah, a lot of the deck is just searching out your pieces and trying to get everything set up for when you go into the big play with your boss card. So yeah,
I see. Another question I had: when you're fighting a deck like Blue Flare that stuns your board, what is kind of a way you can try to like maneuver through that at all?
So really, a lot of it just comes into: am I able to chip out their security? Can I keep Solarmon on the board and protect him as long as possible? And then when I do end up eventually playing my board out so I can swing at them, can I get to my Chimeramon before it's too late? Because Blue Flare can obviously retaliate really well. So yeah, it's really about how hard they're going to retaliate when I just play out my cards, because there's no real way that you can get around that. So it's just the play style of the deck. Yep.
All right. Thanks, Jared, man. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe like Jared said. Man, we're going to have more deck lists and profiles and everything else to come. See you guys later.
Love you.
Love you.